All right, welcome. Today we're going to take a high-speed tour through all of human history, hitting the absolute biggest game-changing moments that took us from just another animal to a force that shapes the entire planet.
So, you gotta wonder, right? How did we actually do that? How did we go from hiding in caves to building skyscrapers and flying to the moon? Well, it wasn't just one thing. It was a whole series of major upgrades.
You can almost think of it like we were leveling up in some giant real-life video game, and our very first power-up was one of the most basic elements you can imagine.
Okay, let's get into it. Our journey starts way, way back. We're talking hundreds of thousands of years ago with the moment we mastered fire. And this was so much more than just making light. It was a total revolution for human survival.
I mean, fire didn't just give us one new ability. It unlocked a whole new skill tree. Suddenly, we had warmth, which meant we could survive in colder climates. The light kept predators away, which made the night a whole lot safer. And cooking. Wow, cooking was huge. It supercharged our food, unlocking way more calories, which literally fueled the growth of our brains. And just gathering around a campfire, that's where community really began, sharing stories, making plans, and becoming, well, us.
So, with basic survival a little more under control, humanity was ready for its next big upgrade. It was time to build something permanent. We went from being constantly on the move to finally putting down roots.
You know, this shift from a nomadic life to a settled one was maybe one of the biggest changes in history. For the first time, because of the agricultural revolution, we could create a food surplus. That just means growing more food than you need to eat right away. And that simple fact changed everything. It meant we could stop wandering and build permanent homes, which, you guessed it, grew into the very first towns and cities. Having that extra food around led directly to this incredible new idea: job specialization. I mean, think about it. If you don't have to spend every single second of your day just finding food, you can get really, really good at something else. You could become a master toolmaker, or a weaver, or a builder. This idea is the engine that builds complex societies.
But as these new cities got bigger and way more complicated, a new problem popped up. How do you manage it all? How do you keep track of trade, collect taxes, and make sure everybody follows the same rules? The answer was another revolutionary invention.
Writing was basically humanity's first hard drive. It let us store information outside of a single person's brain. We could write down laws, record history, and, this is the most important part, build on the knowledge of people who came before us. A scientist could write down a discovery, and 100 years later, someone else could read it and take it even further. That's how progress really starts to speed up.
So now we've got organized societies, and we can record knowledge. The stage was set for a total explosion of new ideas. Humanity was about to expand its understanding of the world and its power to change it.
And things started moving fast. It was like a chain reaction. First, the age of exploration connected the whole globe. All that new information helped kick off the scientific revolution, where we shifted from just believing things to demanding proof. And that new way of thinking is what unlocked the Industrial Revolution, where we figured out how to use machine power to reshape the planet.
This right here is the absolute key. The scientific revolution wasn't just about discovering new facts. It was like we installed a brand new operating system for our brains. The new rule was simple. Don't just believe something, test it. That single idea is the foundation of all modern technology.
And that scientific mindset led directly to the Industrial Revolution. With new machines, the speed we could make things just went through the roof. This caused cities to explode in size, as millions of people moved from farms to find jobs. This is the moment the modern urban world we know today was born.
So we had figured out mass production, and we'd mapped the planet. The next set of challenges were even more fundamental. Humanity started to take on the basic limits of nature itself: disease, gravity, and the incredible distances that separate us.
Let's start with one of the biggest lifesavers in history. Your immune system is your body's personal army fighting off germs. What vaccines do is really clever. They basically give your army a training manual. They show your body a weak or inactive version of a germ, so it learns how to defeat the real thing if it ever shows up. This one breakthrough has saved millions upon millions of lives.
12 seconds. What could possibly happen in just 12 seconds that would change the world forever? That's it. That's how long the Wright brothers' first flight lasted. Just 12 seconds in the air. But in that moment, they proved it was possible. They shattered the barrier of gravity, and that one short little hop paved the way for a world where you can eat breakfast on one continent and dinner on another.
And hey,
If we could conquer the skies, why stop there? The space age, with the incredible 1969 moon landing, wasn't just about exploring. It gave us a totally new perspective on our own planet and led to amazing tech we use every day, like the GPS that's probably on your phone right now. It proved that we could solve problems that seemed totally impossible.
Which brings us right up to the present day. The turning points we're living through now are less about physical machines and more about information, our relationships with each other, and our relationship with the planet itself. Seriously, just think about it. The computer and the internet have completely rewired almost every single part of modern life. The way we talk to friends, the way we learn, the way we work, it's all been transformed. We are living in an age where information is the most valuable resource there is.
But our progress hasn't just been about technology. It's been social too. After centuries of fighting, countries all over the world came together to agree on a really powerful idea that every single person, no matter where they're from, deserves basic rights to freedom and safety. That's a huge turning point in how we see ourselves as one human family.
And finally, we've hit a turning point in how we understand our home. We now get that our actions have a massive impact on the planet's health. This growing environmental awareness is a collective challenge, a kind of global to-do list, to make sure Earth stays a healthy and safe place for everyone in the future.
So, from the first campfire to the internet, we have come an incredible way. Each step built on the last, solving one set of problems and creating brand new possibilities. The big question now is, what comes next? What impossible barrier will humanity break through in your lifetime?